What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Donovan Jungewaelter. This is just going to be an intro video just to let you guys know who I am, where I come from, what my purpose is here. And yeah, just tell you a little bit more about me. So I am a 19-year-old, about to be 20 here in a few weeks. Bodybuilder. Started out lifting when I was 16, and it's basically consumed my whole life after that. The big thing you should know about me is that I'm a Christian, have been for my whole life. I believe that's my sole purpose here on earth, is to bring people closer to Jesus, help other people, serve other people, put other people before myself, and ultimately lead everyone to God's kingdom. So yeah, I've been doing bodybuilding for probably about my first 2 years of lifting, and then I kind of switched it up, and now I do a little bit more powerlifting, or trying to get stronger. So what I want to help other people do is go through their fitness journey, achieve all their goals, take care of their body. I think we were put here to not only take care of the earth, but take care of ourselves as well. A lot of people have kind of misconstrued the view they have on themselves. A lot of people think they can't accomplish much nowadays. And I really want to break that mentality for people and really show them that they can do things that they think they cannot do. So I'm a fitness coach, started online fitness coaching about January, maybe March, February timeframe in 2025, sorry. And it's been going from there. So that's what I think my purpose is here, is to help people go to Jesus, help people, have an everlasting life, one that never dies, and also to help them take care of their bodies, because for me, so much changed when I started lifting. I was always a skinny kid, always sitting the bench on sports teams, never was really honestly good at any physical. I never had any physical ability, and I never really had it felt like I really never had a purpose. So lifting kind of brought me that purpose, allowed me to gain my confidence, and allowed me to kind of build myself up, not only my body, but my mind. And I think that's a big part of lifting, and a lot of part of working out is actually the mental aspect, which a lot of people don't see. So I know a lot of people probably won't watch this, but this is just a kind of starting point to where I am, so that when I look back, I can see, man, I've come really far. I used to be able to not even talk to the camera, used to not be good at content or anything. I never thought I would have a YouTube channel. I never thought I would be doing social media so much. I never thought I would be teaching other people. I never saw myself in that role, but now I feel like I've learned a lot, feel like I've experienced a lot in my 19 years, almost 20 years of living. And I believe that you're never too old, never too young to learn stuff from people. You can learn anything from anyone. So that's what I really want to help you guys do. I'm gonna probably cut to the next part, where I'm going through my mindset, going a little bit deeper into who I am and why I do what I do. What's up, guys? So as you saw from the intro, this video is just going to be going over kind of like who I am, my story, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, a little bit of my mindset, and what kind of caused me to do fitness coaching, get into fitness, get into my faith as well, and what kind of sparked it all. So I always grew up a skinny kid. All my friends were always bigger than me. They always had, they were stronger, they were faster, they were more athletic. It was just everything. So whenever I played baseball, and I ran cross country, and I was terrible at both of them. But junior year of high school, I didn't make the baseball team. I think that was when I was 17. So I started lifting a little bit on my own, but not very much. But I didn't make the baseball team. And that kind of hit me hard. No, I guess I was still 16 at that time. That kind of hit me hard, because I was like, man, I really don't have much else than lifting, because baseball was kind of all I had at that point. That was kind of like how I defined myself, you could say, because I wasn't big in my faith at that time, and that was really all I did besides play video games and watch YouTube, So I didn't make the baseball team, and I kind of lost that identity. I kind of lost who I said I was. So I was no longer a baseball player. I wasn't going to try for senior year. I didn't have too much of an interest in trying again. I was just not very good at the sport because I didn't put in the time. I didn't put in the work on my own. I just didn't know what it meant to be, to get to that level, how much work you would have to put in. I just didn't understand it yet. So I wasn't naturally gifted, and that led me to being cut. And then I started taking my lifting more serious after that, and it was really a blessing in disguise, because if I would have stuck with baseball, I wouldn't have had my lifting journey. And I think the lifting journey is the better option over the baseball if I would have continued with baseball. So God had a plan. I just didn't know what it was at that time. But yeah, after I got cut from the baseball team, kind of started digging into my lifting a little bit more, because that was now my kind of whole purpose, was lifting, being aesthetic, having a good physique, being strong. And I started taking it way more serious. But after that, my mental clarity, my health and everything, once I started eating healthier, once I started taking it more serious, just went through the roof. And I could just tell every single day I felt way better. And I really enjoyed lifting a lot more. I just think it's way more fun than any sport that I could have played. So I was very grateful that I got cut for the team, not at the moment, but a few years down the line once I realized what God was doing. So that was kind of how I got started with lifting. I kind of started getting on track with Christ through COVID, because we got locked in the house and all I could do was watch videos on my phone. So I saw a lot of videos on like TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, and I really started going through those and understanding who Christ was, and starting my journey with him, because I always grew up in the church. I always knew who Jesus was. I already knew all the rules and everything. It's a non-denominational church. We were always taught to follow the Bible, do what it says, love others as yourself. But I never really took that to heart, and I never really had a serious relationship with Jesus. I just kind of went to church on Sundays, and then that was kind of it. We would pray at the dinner table, but I didn't do anything on my own. So, like I said, after I started locking in with my lifting, I started reading a lot more. I kind of started reading during COVID time as well, but I really dove into it that junior year after I got cut from the team, and also that summer. But a lot of it came through senior year of high school as well. So started really digging in with Christ, really understanding like why I'm here, because I believed in this. I believed in Jesus. I believed in God. I believed in heaven. I understand that I'm going to go to heaven one day, but why would I not do everything in my power to make sure that I get there and to help other people get there? Why would I, if I believe in this so much, because Christ was my identity, but not fully. But why, if I believed in this so much, and that's where I knew I was going to end up after I died, why would I not dive into it as much as possible and really understand what I'm believing? I don't just go through day to day, oh yeah, I love Jesus, but not even understand what he talked about or understand how he lived, So diving in with Christ really, really helped my life. It really helped me become a better person, be more joyful. It got rid of my depression, it got rid of my worries. People at school could tell me, or they told me that they could just tell how much I was trying to be like Jesus, and that really meant something to me. That really did. Because I try to lead others on the same path. That's what I'm trying to do through my fitness coaching as well. That's what I'm trying to do. That's ultimately my whole purpose in life. But yeah, I went through high school and didn't really have a relationship with Jesus, but up until that senior year, and that's when my life started improving, is when I started to try to be more like Jesus, try to understand him, and try to form a relationship with him. So that's why I want everyone else to do it. I also want you guys, obviously, to go to heaven once we die, but trying to be like Jesus every single day has really improved my life, and has made me a lot happier, and I've just seen so many more blessings in my life now that I've been trying to be like Jesus. Yeah, that's basically my whole purpose, is to lead people to the kingdom once I'm here, or while I'm here. And I'm trying to do that through fitness coaching. I think God I think he put us here to take care of our bodies, you know. Otherwise, we would just kind of be a spirit. So why would you not honor body with each day that he gives you, all the time that he gives you? You know, this is our vehicle to go out and preach the gospel. If you don't have a good vehicle, if you're worried about being sick, if you're worried about being unhealthy, you can't go out and preach the gospel. It also just helps you live longer and helps your life a lot more. It just, it really does improve your life. One sec. But yeah, it really does improve your life. Being healthy has had so many effects on my life. It helps me be more productive, helps me be more confident, helps me day to day with getting tasks done, even like doing chores around the house. It's so much just easier, it's so much more enjoyable. Life just gets a lot more clear when you start becoming healthy and when you start lifting. I think there was a study that was recently put out that even lifting for or walking for 30 minutes a day or something like that can reduce your risk of dying by 50% from like all diseases. So if that's not a good enough reason right there, I see so many unhealthy people, overweight people, and I know some of it is outside of people's control, but a lot of it just comes down to the effort that they want to put in. If you don't want to put in the effort, if you don't want to become healthy, obviously you're not going to become healthy. I hear so many people talk about how they just wish they could be in shape, wish they could be healthy, but they don't ever put in the work. They don't go out and lift, they don't go out and walk, they don't track their macros, they don't make sure they're eating less calories. You know, when that crumble cookie comes their way, they're going to eat it right there. And that's the problem, is that a lot of people don't have enough self-control to stop giving in to their desires. And I was the same way. I played video games all day, ate junk food, and luckily enough, my family was active enough to where I didn't have to worry about gaining a lot of weight, because I was always running 5Ks or, you know, going to the gym with my dad sometimes. But we were always active around the house as well, like doing chores and stuff like that. So luckily I never gained a lot of weight as a kid, but I've seen it happen to some other people. But there's just so much clarity that comes with being healthy. It really opens your eyes to how much you can accomplish, even in a day-to-day situation. But like I said, if you guys aren't already taking the time to take care of your body, all it takes is 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day, go walk. Jump roping burns tons of calories. Just buy a jump rope and do it at your house. You know, just taking care of this vehicle, I feel like, is one of our main purposes here. Obviously to understand the gospel and to spread the gospel, but taking care of your body is such an important part in our lives. Because if you're sick, you have one problem, and that's your health. If you're healthy, you have a million problems, because you can worry about anything else except your body. I've also noticed since I've started trying to become healthier, I've gotten sick less often. That really has helped me, because no one likes to be sick. But yeah, there was a lot of mindset that I developed through my journey, especially through lifting. The gym teaches you a lot of things in your mind. There's a lot of things that were developed, a lot of determination and hard work that was put in that ultimately led to me developing as a person. And that's why I can teach these, 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, people way older than me, is because I've already gone through those trials. I've already gone through those hardships that have allowed me to, kind of speed up my life almost. Because if you just sit back and let life hit you, it's going to take a while for you to develop as a person. But if you go out and you hit life before it hits you, you can learn a lot and you can develop a lot as a person. So when I went through the gym, all those years of lifting, all those reps that I had to grind out, just hating the way I looked, hating how weak I was, hating how small I was, that was what fueled me in the beginning. That's what really got me in there, is that I just hated being the skinny, small kid. I hated being that kid. And it was more of a mindset shift in the sense that I was there for a purpose and not really just for fun, you know? Because I see a lot of people go to the gym just for a few days a week because it's fun. But that fun dies out. You got to have a dedication to the gym. You got to have a dedication of improving yourself. I don't think of the gym as much as getting some exercise in. I think of it as a battlefield. It's a battlefield that I go to war with every single day, but I'm going to war with myself. I'm going to war with the kid that's 135 pounds and can't even pick up a 50-pound dumbbell. That's who I'm going to war with. I'm also going to war with my desires, the things that hold me back each day. Squeezing that muscle, squeezing all of that pain out, squeezing it to where I feel like I'm accomplishing things. That's what really is happening on the battlefield. That's what really gets me in there. Grinding out those reps is just a different feeling. It's just something that you can't really describe unless you've done it. And I do bodybuilding, but I think any sort of training kind of does this. You have to go through so much mental pain. It's not even physical pain that's going to hold you back. It's mental pain. Going through that mental pain of squeezing out 5 more reps, even though you feel like your arm is going to fall off, that's where the determination, that's where the discipline comes in. That's where you build yourself. That's where you build yourself to become a better version. I try every day to become 1% better than I was yesterday, becoming greater than I was yesterday. That's what my kind of motto is for my fitness coaching, is becoming greater than you were yesterday. Because if you're always greater than you were the day before, that's just a ladder, and soon you're going to reach the top. But the mindset that the gym gives me it was so necessary. I couldn't imagine where I would be if I didn't start lifting. I would still be probably 135 pounds, no mental toughness, no confidence, really quiet. The gym built so much in me, and that's what I want to help you guys do. That's really what I want to help other people do, is help them build their confidence, help them build their bodies, help them build their mindset. There's so much that comes with lifting. It's not just a physique. It really is a mindset, health, confidence, you name it. It's everything. So I hope to spur other people on through that, through kind of what I had, my journey. I wanna walk other people through that, help them develop their mind, and I really love to see people develop. I got my client right now, or one of my clients right now, that's just started out, and he's going through his developing stages of, man, I feel so much better. I'm not even eating Burger King anymore. I'm eating healthier. I feel so much better in the gym. And it's just, I'm so glad I came to you, and that just makes me so happy. That brings me so much happiness that you guys probably don't even understand, but it brings me so much happiness that I can help other people go through what I went through and just help them become the best version of themselves. Because if you're gonna stay how you are, then life is gonna hit you hard, and by the time you're 30, you're gonna have accomplished nothing. So the gym will build you into a better person, a better version of yourself with a better mindset that can go out and accomplish other things besides a physique and besides your health. You can go accomplish things in your career, things in your job that will lead to prosperity. Because God doesn't want you to be poor but rich in faith. Obviously you need to be rich in faith, but I think God wants you to be prosperous, not in the sense of just money, but in the sense of accomplishments and the sense of helping other people. You know, I think one thing that God will judge you on is how much you helped other people, because you're supposed to love one another as you love yourself. And for me, that's loving others for me is spurring them on, helping them achieve their goals, helping them become better, because that's what I want them to do for me. So yeah, that's really my purpose. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm gonna start trying to come out with more YouTube videos, but stay tuned. This is kind of just a video for me to look back on. I know many people won't watch it, but I want to see where I came from, how I've developed, especially talking to the camera. I'm not very good at talking to the camera. So, yeah, if you guys want to keep watching, subscribe, like, comment, I don't know, all that stuff I hear on YouTube. See you guys. Peace.